you? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hi. I know it's been a minute that I've been on here. Good morning. And I'm on here now. How are you guys? It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. Yeah. I never make it to your lives anymore, so that's okay, said Chico. I've had a random schedule. I was going live at nighttime for a while in the evening, and I was having like a huge audience. Oh my gosh, it's really Miss Julia. Yes, I'm here. Chips is here. I was I was up at my parents for Father's Day. Good morning, Edith. And I was planning on coming back on Monday, and my car was making this really weird sound. And my stepdad was like, "You should have that checked before you drive back to LA." And my whole bearings were shot, so I'd have my bearings replaced. But anyways, it's a beautiful day. It's Tuesday morning. Is it? Yes, Tuesday morning. And I put a really cool, funny video up on my TikTok and my YouTube. So I hope everybody sees it. James, how are you? Did you have to go to church? I did go to church. I did have to want to go to church. Um, I went. I went for my family and for the Lord. And I saw. I'm good. Sorry to hear about your car. Yeah. Yeah. My cat had to have its bearings replaced. It was meowing too much. My car, and I had my car replaced. Not my car. I had my tires replaced. So everything's good. I made it back alive, and everything's wonderful and happy. Yay, 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 yay. So I'm getting on my live to restart this whole banter session that I've had. I'm getting my hair trimmed today, so that's going to be fun. And I have another live comedy show July 11th. And I'm starting my Turtitoids again. I don't know if you guys have heard about the Turtitoids, but it's going to be themed like a bad after school special. And I have no idea, like, all of you young people, it really is, yes, a nice, beautiful morning, coffee with Julia, and the teacup that my mother gave me that was given to my mom and my dad for their wedding, and then they divorced. So, yeah, I name a car for an edit. Corvette. Yeah, the show on June 6th was really good. I did a comedy show, and there was like a handful of people there, not tons of people, but I'm figuring out like how to market it. I still am figuring out how to market that online, but it was a lot of fun. It was everybody that I knew were there from like different areas of my life. Like one guy was there from this area, and then I know girl, and then people from my gym. But we had so much fun, and the comics are hilarious. I've known the comedians for years, so we just were like having fun and bantering and doing weird stuff. I had these heckle passes that I give to the audience so they could heckle at us, but there wasn't enough people to heckle. We were all kind of heckling each other, so there wasn't like, you know what I mean. But the show was good. I'm gonna have to do some more marketing, like pass out flyers and stuff like that. Boots on the ground, you know what I mean? This is war. Trying to get your comedy show seen and heard is war. I have to go to war, man. I have to fight the world and tell them about who I am. I wish I could have seen you. I bet it was dope. Yeah, and I'm doing some wood Corvette. That's a sick teacup. I know this is a really cool teacup. I'm doing flyers, and I'm gonna pass some flyers out. Yes, war is comedy, and comedy is war, and somebody's gonna die. Will you ever visit the Midwest? Yes, says Chico. I have roots, sort of, kind of roots in Indianapolis, which is the Midwest, and I could do my show out there. So, so there. I have a question for all you young people, all you young kids. Like I would say like 20 years old or something. Do they still have after school specials? Because when I was in elementary school and all the way up to high school, they would have like cheesy after school specials you would go home and watch. But they probably don't do that anymore because there's like YouTube and stuff. Do you guys know? Yes, no, maybe so. Yes, no, maybe so. Yes, Julia, yes, we do have after school specials. Okay, cool, because why I was saying that is my Turnitoids, my weird characters, I'm going to have them be like based around a really bad after school special. Like really bad morals, like don't eat that spinach, your toes will fall off. Don't eat spinach like your parents tell you to, because your nose is going to become inverted and grow out of your butthole. And my little Turnitoids, if you guys are on TikTok, go on my TikTok shop, and it's on my bio. Go to my TikTok shop and you can see all my weird characters that I drew, and I'm making fun like stories about them. So it's going to be a bad after school special. Back in the day, we all watched the same shows because there were only so many options. Now it's too nuanced. It is. My nose is already growing out of your butthole. I knew somebody on my live had their nose growing out of their butthole, and it's you. That's why I said it. I know. I go where the spirit leads me. I'm very intuitive. I'm psychic. And I knew somebody had their nose growing out of their butt. And somebody has an ear growing out of their head. Right? Who here has an ear growing out of the side of their head? Because if it's you, you belong on my channel. And you should subscribe. Well, I found out, so I'm telling everybody. Oh my God, this is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. Do you have any questions? Oh my God, actually, dude, this is baloney. This is your brain. This is your brain on baloney. Any questions? You have 2 ears? You have 2 ears. I bet you have one ear growing out on one side of your head and an ear growing out on the other side of your head. You guys, for all of you who are like young, young and cool, young and stupid, us older cool people like 40 years old, 30 to 50 years old, we had this commercial that would play all the time, and it was like a dad telling his son, this is your brain. Or the dad was like, don't do drugs. And the son was like, something like, the son was like, I do drugs because you do drugs. And then there was an egg frying in a pan, and it was like, this is your brain on drugs. Any questions? Okay. I'm losing people. I'm sorry. I keep talking too much. I told you that in confidence. You have 222 ears? You're so cool. I have to put this in my notepad because that's really funny. I learned it from watching you, Dad. I'm gonna start mimicking all of our old school after school specials from like the 90s. The 90s were so cool. This is your brain on baloney. Any questions? This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. Remake of a 90s after school special. Oh, my nose is so stuffed up. Dude, I'm bringing them back all the way. I'm going to start appealing to our generation, but the younger people need to know about us. They need to know what we experienced. We didn't have YouTube and social media and all that stuff. We had after school specials, which were so special. Then cut to frying a pan with bologna, yeah. And then I'll eat the bologna and I'll be like, oh my God, it's so good. I'm gonna have to get myself, it's Bernstein, yeah, I'm here. The Bernstein is here. Everybody calls my dad Paul Bernstein instead of Bernstein because every time we eat, he spills food on himself. And within 10 minutes, if we're eating somewhere, my dad has food on his shirt. What's PCU? Sanchico, you said you watched PCU. What's that? Does PCU stand for Public Cute Umbrellas? Publicly Cute Umbrellas? Does PCU stand for Poo poo cat urinaries. Does PCU stand for 1994 movie? Oh, I have to look that up. I pretend like I'm smart, but I just use Google. PCU movie. PCU. PCU stands for Presidential Campaign Unilaterally. John Favreau. Oh, cool. Okay. Oh, I want to watch this. Comedy satire? Dude, that's my middle name. My middle name is Comedy Satire. Julia Comedy Satire Bernstein. Bernstein. So everybody knows me as that. How come I don't know about this movie? Ugh, where have I been? I don't like that they didn't tell me about this. David Spade's funny. John Favreau. Oh, yes, all of these peeps, dude. Oh my God, the mom from Arrested Development is on here. So funny. Nervous high school senior Tom Lawrence, Chris Young, visits Chester, I know I should have known, I'm sorry, University, where he gets a taste of politically correct college life when he's guided by his fraternity wild man. Jeremy Piven totally plays a wild. Remember, what was that show? It was like Entourage, but that was in the 90s. That was like 10 years ago. Lucille, oh my God. I'm telling you right now, one of the best shows ever, hands down, Arrested Development. So funny. Lucille, everybody on there, and the brother with the hook for the hand, and the other brother who's gay. That is so, I love that show. I want to be, that's my dream, is to like be on a funny, weird comedy like Arrested Development or something like that. Dare, drug abuse resistance education. Yeah, dare to keep your kids off of drugs. Just say no. It's that easy, you guys. It's that easy. Okay. Jeremy Piven and his housemates at the pit, but Droz and his pals have rivals at Nasty Preppy. Randy McPherson, David Spade, and the school's steely president, Jessica Walter. With their house threatened with expulsion, Droz and company decide to throw a raging party where the various factions will collide. Guess what movie that is, you guys? PCU. Publicly, constantly, unilaterally. That's what PCU means. Tobias is so funny. George Clinton and P-Funk are in PCU? Really? Oh, Degrassi. Neil Degrassi might be like kids these days. That's what we had at the after school special. Right? Is that what you're saying? That Neil Degrassi is like modern day after school special? I think everyone just like watches YouTube. And I apologize for my patio. It's not pretty. Don't look at the ugly thing behind me. Look that way. Look that way. Look this way. Look right here. Look right here. Canadian teen drama. Cool. I'm gonna watch this today and only tell me what real marijuana looks like. Yeah. Honestly, I didn't really know about drugs until they started to teach DARE. And then I was like, oh, what is this about? Dare me to not use drugs? Well, what are drugs? We had this teacher called Officer Hunt that came to our school like every week, and he would teach DARE. He was so cute. We called him Officer Hunk. And that's when I started to lust over police officers. He was so fine. I was in 6th grade. He was so cute. Officer Hunk. DARE. I had to do something about DARE. Dare to like something. Dare to keep your kids off of. Yeah. Officer Hunk, teach me not to use drugs. That's when I became a whore. Just kidding. Cool. This is exciting. It's like coffee and tea with me. Truth or dare? Am I truth or dare? Yeah, do people do that? Remember those little things that you did? What are those things called? I don't even know how we would fold the paper together and it would be like, hi, Big Dan, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Officer Hunk, want to play truth or dare? Yeah. Have you ever kissed, ew, have you ever kissed a little girl? That's getting weird. Chatterboxes. When we graduated Dare, they held this little party. Helium balloons were inhaled because we were kids. Of all places that you would be doing that. The Dare officer called it Huffy and got super mad. That's so funny. That's hilarious. You're graduating Dare, and so you start like breathing in helium balloons. But that's what you did when you were a kid. That was fun. Oh, they're called chatterboxes. Oh, I thought you were calling me a chatterbox, which I kind of am. But that's where you go like this. I'm like, choose 10. And then you like, 10. Or you choose a number. You say you choose 10. So I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you look at it. Booty catchers. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? And if you did, how did you? That's pretty good that you knew what I was talking about just from doing this. You remember that TV show Out of This World where she would go like this and freeze time, and then she would go like that and unfreeze people? Can you comments? Oh God, Bill, I was in 6th grade. I mean, I might say that now. Yeah, James, I'm so sorry. This is becoming highly inappropriate, which I like. Hi, everybody on TikTok. I hope you're loving this convo, if you will. My morning convo. That's short for conversation. Thanks for liking the live, James. Yay. We also played MASH. Yes. Mansion, apartment, shack, and house. Dude. I'm putting all of this down for my TikTok videos. Show people how to make MASH. Mansion, apartment, shack, and house. These kids don't know. You know what I mean? They don't know. And whose fault is that? It's my generation. It's us MASH generation parents who have not taught their children, because I also haven't had any children, all about MASH and Dare and after school specials and Bill and Ted's Great Adventure. What am I doing today? I'm going to do this live. We listed all the boys in class for MASH. I know I did. I was like, I hope I fall in love and marry all the guys I like. That's why I never got married, because there's not just one guy. There's all the guys. That's why I didn't get married, because I can't just choose one. I want all of them. So don't have any of them then. It's like going into a candy store and you can only pick one piece of candy. You can't just pick one. You want all of them. So therein lies my shame. That's why I don't get married, because I want to marry all of the cute guys. Scott, I had such a crush on this guy named Scott. I couldn't talk around him because I was so shy. Anyways, my stepson was in one of those first Dare programs. Oh, how did that turn out? Bill. Good. That's the fastest way to not have children. Now he's a professional grower. Dude, that is so funny. I want to do like a whole campaign of videos on 90s stuff, like Dare, and where people are at now that were in the Dare programs. Were you in a Dare program? Make it be like one of those commercials where it's like, have you been injured? Were you in a Dare program? Julie, you're not doing anything besides live. Oh no, I'm doing something after this. I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm editing that live show that I did on June 6th. I still have not sat down and like cut that up and edited it to put it on. I probably won't put it on TikTok because it doesn't go with my videos. But TikTok, if you go on my bio and you go to my bologna sandwich show page on YouTube, that's the other live that I do. That's like my funny, weird, I do stuff different from TikTok. But anyways, I'm going to post those on Instagram and YouTube. So I'm going to do that, and then I have a hair appointment at noon, and I have to write a set because I have like 2 comedy shows coming up. So I need to write 2 sets, and I'm hosting a show for my friend on Friday, and then I have another edit to do for in I can't remember. Okay, sorry. Let me back up. My bologna sandwich show. I do stuff that's like comedy, but I also do something called the community, which I kind of am doing right now. But I interviewed this lady that's like super famous in the skateboard world. Her name is Cindy Whitehead, and she was in the Skateboard Hall of Fame, and she like skateboarded down the 405 when it was closed, like maybe 10 years ago. I don't remember. So I interviewed her out in not Huntington, one of the beach areas. I keep messing up the name. It's not Venice. It's not Manhattan. It's not Santa Monica. What's one of the small, cute, quaint beach towns? It's not, there's Manhattan and something and something. Yeah, in the beginning, God created Bologna. So anyways, you asked what I was going to do. That's what I'm going to do today. And then I have boxing tonight, too. And then I'm going to make some content videos. And I also have to do a shot list because I have to do a pickup scene for a film I did 2 years ago, and I have to get that done by July. And I get to direct the scene, and I'm going to be directing it in it and acting in it. And then there's a camera guy. So cold brew. Good morning. I'm drinking coffee from yesterday with chunks of this delicious like heavy whipping cream mixture that I put in it that didn't mix well. So I actually have something to chew when I drink my coffee. Thank you so much. My nose is so stuffed up right now. So Chico, what sounds cool? I just said a whole bunch of stuff. Tell me what sounds cool. How about a bit around the country or world and their bologna varieties? Yeah. Big Dan, if I could get a sponsor for this, wouldn't it be fun to go around the world and talk to people about their bologna? You made pistachio from cold brew foam? Pistachio foam? Oh my God, we cold brew. This is what I think you should do. When you come on here, you should do some sort of like an ingredient or some sort of a drink and promote your stuff on my live. Because pistachio cream sounds so good. Oh, the directing and writing shows. Yeah, thank you. I'm trying to keep myself busy because I have this one chance to make this stuff happen. One opportunity in this life to make stuff happen. The only thing is I have to stay focused and stay on track. So if I was a manager, I would be the worst manager because I would be like, you guys can just do what you want. I don't care. I'm trying to be a manager of my life, but then I'm like, just do what you want, Julia. I don't know, tell me what to do. I'm like, I don't. Julia Robertson? There's another Julia on my channel? OMG. I'm a Julia. Okay, in the beginning, God created bologna, and the bologna was dark and void and empty. And God saw that the bologna was lonely, and so he made mayonnaise in his own image. And he squirted the mayonnaise all over the bologna, and he saw that it was good, and so he made that was formed the bologna sandwich show. Thank you so much. Thank you. In the beginning, God created bologna. Thus was formed the bologna sandwich show. In his own image, he squirted his mayonnaise all over the bologna, and thus was formed the bologna sandwich show. Thank you so much. The meaning of the cross is, I know there's another Julia. The meaning of the cross is to not forget where you came from, because it could be you up there. The meaning of the cross is to not forget where you came from, because it could be you hanging on the cross. Yeah. We have bologna companies that people are brand loyal here in New York, Krogan, Wonderbar. Really? Big Dan, we should talk. I wonder if those people would want to, I'll totally go out there and do some sort of a PSA. Big Dan, if you have connections to the bologna companies out there, we should do something. I'll go out there and I'll do like a promo for their bologna, and then I'll use it to promote my bologna sandwich show. Bologna loyal followers. That's what I need. I need the Bologna lonely. The Bologna lonelies. Hi, Ted. I would love if you guys subscribed to my channels and liked all of my videos and shared all of them. My show is good. It was a very small audience, but it was perfect because I'm figuring out like what I'm doing, and it was just a lot of like I had the structure there for the comedians to talk about like funny things and do their bits, but everybody was cracking each other up. The comics know each other, so they were all feeding off of one another. It was like the best. Like it was way better. It's way better than stand up to me because it was me hosting it, and then I had two comics up on stage, and I would ask them questions, and then they were like kind of riffing off of each other. It was funny. And I was sitting there like I'm super thankful for the audience that I had, but I was like, this would kill in front of a big audience. Like even if the theater sits up to like 40, so even if like 30 to 40 people, that's gonna be too many people. I can't even have like I think 25 would be a good size audience for the theater that I have, but it would be so good. So I have this show. The show is there. I just there's like small little things to change and figure out, and then get the audience. So yeah, if you build it, it will come. If you build it, it will come. That's what they say in sex. If you build it, it will come. Yeah. Oh, Huntington. No, I didn't mean Huntington. Help me with the names of beaches. I could Google this, but I don't want to Google it. I want you guys to help me think of it off the top of my head. My nose is so stuffed up. It is bothering me so bad. I'm gonna ignore it. I'm like a politician that has to give a speech to the people, and I can't let them know that I have a stuffed up nose. That's how important these lives are. This is like me coming out as President of the United States, giving a speech, giving an address to the people. Okay, so there's Manhattan Beach. There's what are all the small beaches right next to Manhattan? Manhattan. Um, oh my God, how annoying! Will you guys please just? Hi, Ted. Gen X John would be a good contact to ask about Bologna here in New York. Lived not far from here. Great contact for his audience views. Oh my God, hold on, wait, the SpaceX rocket jellyfish effect on sky? No. Did they launch? And where are they going? Where's all the SpaceX people? Where are they going? What are they doing? They're going into the sky, and then what are they doing once they're in the sky? Ted, how are you doing? Good morning. Gen X John. Okay, fine. Gen X John. Baloney. He does something with baloney. What does he do? Is that a YouTube guy, Big Dan? Oh my God, I would love to like. Oh, the launch Starlink satellites, which provides internet. Okay, fine. I accept that. That's for a good cause. Gen X John. Gen X John. Okay. Hi, Green. Good morning. Welcome to the live. Gen X John. All right. I'll look him up. See what happens. See what's hot-ons. No baloney, but the nostalgia aspect and the amount of creators he works with. Okay, cool. I'll look him up. They own half the satellites of the space more than a country. Wow. Well, that's cool. I mean, what are you going to do at this point? I wonder if they see any aliens. They launch people too. I want to know about the aliens. That's what I want to know about. Oh, you do? Sebastian, did you see my video about how a ladybug landed on me and it means money and good luck? You call it call it, we call a ladybug God's cow. Why? Why do you call it God's cow? It's kind of cool. What do you call a pill bug? God's cow. What do you call a pill bug? Probably they are on the way but ran out of fuel. Oh, yeah, the aliens ran out of fuel, so we have to meet. See, the reason, you guys, the reason why aliens have not come to Earth yet is they've ran out of fuel. And that's the reason why we're launching all of these Starlinks and stuff into space to help fuel them up. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Know what I mean? So, pretty soon the aliens will get here. They ran out of gas, petroleum gas. So we have to take our Starlink, which is like a fuel station, if you will, to the sky. And we have to meet them in outer space. And we have to take the pump from the Starlink into the alien spaceship and give them fuel. Oh, roly-poly. Remember roly-polies? That's not a thing of the 90s, right? That's like still happening. Roly-polies. They're so cute. My eyelids are getting saggy. I don't like that. Ah. I love pill bugs. It's my favorite. Oh, are pill bugs like roly-poly bugs? Okay, good. I don't want bugs to be a fad. I don't see anybody talking about roly-polies. I never see roly-polies. Are they extinct? We should get them back. Bring back roly-polies. Bring back roly-polies. And you put them in your hand and they roll up. And they're so cute. Hi, Emma. I like the video on manifest about paying the bills. Yeah. Yeah, I like to manifest my bills being paid. So then I don't actually have to do it. I manifest it. I manifest love. Fly me to the moon and let me sing among the stars. What life is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, please be true. In other words, darling, kiss me. You know whose world we invaded? The Turtitoids world. Thanks, guys. Sachiko Green said hi to you. Say hi back. I should become a singer. Yeah, totally, dude. I should practice my singing more is what I should do. I love singing. I am a singer. Right now, I'm singing. I'm a singer. What I could do is I could start a company, a business, if you will. I do want to start a production company. And then I can pay myself for all this work I'm doing, like editing. Okay, I'm gonna start a business. And I'm gonna hire myself as a singer. I'm gonna sing, I'm gonna pay myself, and then I could say that I'm a singer. I'll give myself $5 every day to sing. And then I'm being paid as a singer. Thanks, Sachiko. I would be a fun babysitter. You know what? I would be a fun teacher because I would be like, okay, everybody, start talking to each other. And then if they didn't talk to each other, I would get mad and I would kick them out of the class for not talking. See what I did there? Oh, singing metal songs? You sing metal songs? That's so cool. I'll make a movie about me. I like that. This is my movie. But Sebastian, I am an actress. I did a film 2 years ago that is, I think by the end of November, it's going to be like out and they're shopping it around on Amazon and stuff. So I am an actress. My goal would be to do like comedic acting, like on Arrested Development, because I'm really good at improv. So I think if I could do something like Arrested Development, like loosely improv, but really funny, like a really good funny show, I would, oh my gosh. That's why I'm doing all this stuff. That's why I'm doing my lives and getting more on YouTube and doing more stand-up comedy and doing my bologna sandwich comedy show, because I'm trying to put myself out there. You know what I mean? And then you connect with the right people and you find your audience and you find your people And then you become a Starlink, and all of a sudden you're going to space. And with that said, you guys, I think it's time for me to go because I want to get ready for the gym and I want to finish my coffee and I want to write down some ideas that I have from this. Life advice: just because you don't give up doesn't. Hold on. I heard a life advice. Just because you don't give up, it doesn't make you will make it. It doesn't mean you will make it. Oh, just because you don't give up doesn't mean you will make it. Okay. Okay, Julia, what would the kids learn in school? Come on, tell us. Oh, okay, I like that question. Is there a second city out where you are that's a great improv spot? James, I'm going to be back on tonight after my boxing class. I'll get back on. But I wanted to get on this morning because I haven't been on in a few days. A second city where you are that's a great improv spot. Yeah, there's a second city in Los Angeles. It's a great. I know my next thing might be I started to join an improv school, but right now my schedule is so. I could join an improv school, but I don't know if I want to do that right now. I don't know if I want to commit to that. I feel like if I can get my Bologna show going, like maybe in like 4 or 5 more months, I would love to do an improv class because that's a great way to get connected. Um, Second city would be great. So maybe like December-ish. I'll do that. Dude, people from improv, I feel like you could always spot them like a mile away. It's always a group of like mixed matched people that don't make sense, that are like goofy as hell. Improv people, it's borderline cheesy, which is like hard for me to, is what I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not like, I try not to be super cheesy, but you can't say what you are or aren't are on improv. It's supposed to be your everything. Just in case, okay. We support you. Yay. Thank you. I say it now just in case you leave in a bit. I hope you have a lovely morning. Thank you so much, Green. You as well. You as well. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna go. I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for jumping on this live with me. Yeah, I kick ass, Seabass. And I hope you guys enjoyed this live and have a wonderful day today and whatever you do. And Julia likes cheese and to be cheese. I really do. I'm super cheesy. So I don't know what I'm talking about that I don't like to be cheesy. That's all I am. Bologna. I'm bologna and cheese. Okay. All right, you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Don't give up today because you will make it. Yes. Yay. We love you. I love you guys. Bye. Have a wonderful day. Okay. Yay. You are too. Okay, you guys. Bye.